Hello viewers, welcome to today's edition of Extra Mile, Exceptional Leadership. Such a joy to be back with you today as I begin a new series that I title Critical Thinking. Critical thinking is something you will get to realize you can't do without. As a matter of fact, in life, the quality of a person's living, the quality of a person's life, the quality of a person's experience is directly proportional to the quality of his or her thinking level. All through the scriptures, God is so clear that our mind is critical. How we engage the processing of our mind determines so many things about our lives. That is why, for instance, in the book of Philemon, chapter 1, verse 14, Philemon has one chapter. The Bible says, "For without your mind will I do nothing, so that your benefit may not appear as it were of necessity, but willingly." Why? God cannot compel, or doesn't in his practice compel people to experience beyond what their mind can conceive. Because if your mind cannot conceive it, you naturally cannot achieve it. Because what you can't conceive, you can't maintain, you won't appreciate, you won't even be able to deal with in an appropriate manner. That is why thinking is everything. If you go back to the scriptures in the book of Genesis, chapter 11 and verse 6, here's how God puts it. God said, because the people are together. He began to talk about how they rebuilt, or they were building the Tower of Babel, meant to reach the heavens. Here's what God said. God says, now no evil thing that they imagine will they not be able to do because they are together. That is to say, the power of imagination equates actualization. The moment you can imagine it, you can actualize it. Thinking is powerful. Not too many people have been able to understand it. In fact, people in the occult, people who practice transcendental meditation, yoga and all of that, they understand dimensions of it. But you see, it doesn't have to be from a false spiritual perspective. Thinking is God's gift to man, to elevate man from their primordial, basic, ordinary level to a better level of experience and engagement. It takes thinking to produce practically everything on the earth. I've had people often say that God created the world in just 6 days. On the seventh day he rested. Absolutely scripturally correct. But what the Bible does not tell us is how long it took God to think it through before he began the process of creation. Trust me, nothing of beauty and value emerges without the rigor of thinking. I am so persuaded that God thought it out. What he wanted, how he wanted it. Every time I visit an aquarium, I visit a couple of them, and I see the sheer diversity, the colors, the beauty, the majesty of just sea creation, that could not have been a product of accident and chance. It was a thoughtful God who sat down and designed it exactly the way he wanted it. The same with human creation and all of that. So the Bible is fundamentally very, very clear on this fact. Possibly one of the most popular scriptures people are used to when it comes today is the book of Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 7, where the Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so he in behavior, in attitude, in everything he becomes. You are what you think. You can't become better than your thought process.